Hey there, this is Mr. Dan. Today I want to share with you something real quick uh, about using a big pen to sketch. Now, in the world of industrial design and car design, why is it that so many car designers and product designers use big pen or pens, ordinary ballpoint pens like this to create their first sketches? Well, one of the first reason why is because it is very cheap. This will cost you like maybe 10 to 30 cents per each pen. You find it pretty much anywhere. Walmart, pretty much like any general dollar store, you'll find this. That's the first reason. The second reason is it is surprisingly an amazing sketching uh, pen. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to turn my paper to the side diagonally, and you'll notice this that I'm doing this because sketching at an angle is actually it actually works with your body. Our body sketches uh, naturally at a degree, at about a 45 or 60 degree like this. We sketch our straight lines and our curves very naturally in this angle. So this is why oftentimes I turn my paper often to help make the paper more easy for me to sketch. Okay, so I'm going to start with a straight line. I'm going to set a ground plane like this. I'm going to sketch a car, and I'm going to talk you through it. Um, Now, Big Pen is really well designed. I don't know how they did this, but essentially, even though this is a pen, it somehow allows you the ability to control your line width. So you can make really thin lines like this, and this is perfect for sketching construction lines, like these lines that you don't want it to become part of your final artwork. It allows you to sketch these really thin construction lines by being super light about it. And this is how I start with all my sketches. I start them super light, super like almost like see-through. You could make very light construction lines like this, almost just like you would do with pencils. Okay, this is one of the coolest things about big pens is that it allows you to control that. But when you need to go dark, and let's just say I'm going to lay down a few more lines. Okay, I'm gonna sketch my roof line, window line, and whatnot. I'm using splines, these combination of these curves to help me explore different shapes. I never do when I sketch like industrial products. I never sketch like this. This is great for sketching things uh, typically, you know, that are more organic or more like fabric and things like that. But sketching with these kinds of hatching lines, it actually makes your designs very stale when it comes to industrial products or organic products like a car. Okay, so using splines, very broad, smooth, light lines like this to create uh, to create aerodynamic looking designs. Okay, so big pens allows you to sketch very light, but at the same time, when you need to go dark, to it allows you to get really dark very fast. This is what I like about Big Pen. It just allows you to have such a amazing variety of different line widths and value, all within this 20 cent or whatnot uh, little pen. So I'm going to sketch the, the bumpers, front and back bumpers. There's a lot of nuance about how you should design cars that I'm not really diving into right now, but essentially you want to design You want to create designs starting with these light construction lines, big, smooth, broad strokes like this, and really allow your mistakes, if you will, this sketchiness to help you find and explore different kinds of designs. Okay, and as you start to have a design emerging, then you could think about wanting to hone in on a little bit more detail, define a little more detail by making some lines, some splines darker, perhaps introducing some kind of a silhouette to suggest that there's something or someone driving this. Okay, making the bottom facing lines like this, like the bottom of the wheel or the bottom of the bumper, make them darker so that it kind of fakes a shadow effect. Okay, it makes your design looks much more grounded. I'm going to add a few more things, like adding some accents at places where lines turn, split, merge, or are very where lines are very like corners are where very or corners are very protruded. I would give it a little bit more punch, a little bit more accent, like this, boom, like that. Okay, so there you go. Splines, chassis, and a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more circle to indicate, to kind of trick the eyes to think that, okay, this rim thing is actually, it looks somewhat 3D. Okay, there are a bunch of insights, shortcuts, sometimes tricks to help suggest that just help suggest an object looking three-dimensional. Okay, so I'm going to adjust my camera so that uh, now it is at the same angle as my drawing. Okay, okay, a little bit more nuances. So I usually start with designing big. I start with designing things by laying down construction lines and basic structures of a car. Then I start to capture the big lines, like the roof lines, the window lines, the chassis, the engine cap, and whatnot. And then I started to get in a little bit smaller, using these curves as a starting guide. Sometimes even using my mistakes as a starting point for design features, like smaller design features. Okay, and as I'm fine tuning this design, I my I'm focusing on smaller and smaller elements, smaller and smaller things, and I'm going to even maybe introduce some kind of a shading like this, some kind of a gradient. Yeah, there you go. I'm just going to sketch over some of my wheels, my circles, which looks more like ellipses. So I'm just going to try to correct it by sketching over it. Okay, so there you go. So not bad for a rough sketch, done by a pen that is so ubiquitous and so low cost. It's super affordable. At the same time, it offers you a lot of flexibility and variety when it comes to sketching. This is an amazing sketching tool. I love it, and I would highly recommend you guys just go down to the local Walmart and get yourself a pack. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. This is Mr. Dan. I hope this helps. Um, I hope this helped you, in your sketching journey. And let me know if you have any questions or any comments. Yeah, any thoughts about this tutorial. I would love to hear from you. I read every single one of them, and I do my best to respond to them, especially if you have genuine questions about how to sketch and and things like that. I would love to answer them for you. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.